Hello, viewers. Good morning to you, and welcome back to Little Big News, the best and most bodacious broadcasting network for every sack thing on Earth. I'm your host, Froyo, and today we have quite the spicy segment prepared for you kind citizens. This morning we'll be covering what we found to be the most exciting and notable pieces of political news from the 2025 year so far, providing insight and info that'll be sure to blow your socks right off. Without further ado, let's get right into the news, shall we? Kicking off this year with a harrowing tragedy, the state of California suffered heavy damages from the raging LA wildfires, sweeping across the land and burning up several miles of the state. About 37,000 acres of land were burnt by the fires, with almost 200,000 people being affected and displaced by the catastrophic event. Following the destruction, insurance companies faced heavy scrutiny for providing improper compensation to those affected. Next up, we're talking about Trump's presidency. With his election came many new changes, most of which have been under heavy criticism, especially by the left. His tariffs are an excellent example of government policies, with these new tariffs impacting the U.S. economy and our relation with other foreign nations. There was also the firing of several FAA air traffic control personnel, a very touchy subject considering that a deadly aviation incident had recently occurred over the Potomac River in D.C., and following the decision, many other odd aviation occurrences continued to keep happening. And last but certainly not least, ICE is going full throttle, with many being eligible for sudden deportation, even U.S. citizens, regardless if they're naturalized or have a green card. Oh, and he also wants to run for a third term, so yeah, a lot of weird constitutional problems going on with our favorite tangerine. Speaking of President Trump, one of his closest associates, Elon Musk, has been experiencing some trouble recently. The value of his EV car company, Tesla, has dropped significantly ever since he joined the government under Doge and allied himself with President Trump. Depreciation of the company and its cars is at an all-time high, with Musk receiving heavy backlash due to his political affiliations. The company reportedly crashed in value by $800 billion, previously being valued at $1.5 trillion. If you ask me, it should have happened way sooner. His cars have been looking like trash since day one. Get yourself an older Subaru. You'll thank me later. In more riveting news, Houthi pirates have been attacking the ships of allied nations in the Red Sea, specifically the US, UK, and Israel. They've taken their stand and aim to pressure Israel to force a ceasefire in Gaza. By mid-March, the Yemenis attackers had already launched attacks on 190 vessels, with many being seized or sunk, resulting in the capture or deaths of some seafarers. The U.S. responded to these attacks with strikes of their own, some of which resulted in civilian casualties, according to Yemen officials. Following this exchange, a ceasefire between the pirates and the Allied shipping vessels was conducted. However, the Houthis still stand firm with Palestine. And lastly, to wrap up this short recap news segment, Pope Francis has unfortunately passed away. Reportedly, Vice President J.D. Vance was the last person he spoke to in private. While there have been some rumors or joking internet conspiracies about foul play being involved, I think it's completely reasonable to say that any human being would die if they saw this face in person. However, despite this news, Pope Francis's passing has allowed another to make history. Pope Leo XIV has been appointed to take up the mantle, and in doing so, he has become the first American Pope in history, born in Chicago. USA! USA! All right. That about wraps up today's broadcast. I hope you folks at home enjoyed this short little recap. This has been LBN with your host, Froyo, and we wish all of you sack things an amazing day. Take care.